What's good, YouTube? So, I know it's pretty fucking obvious that the person pretending to be Bailey on YouTube isn't the real Bailey. I'm not that stupid. Considering, saying some people are saying, well, no. Well, eventually we'll find out, won't we? It's probably the same person who's been creating accounts to troll me with. And it's just like, they got nothing better to do, so, yeah. But check this out. I've got some pretty good cooking skills. This would be a cheesy tuna pasta, but no tuna because I didn't have that. So substitute that. Added some beans and some sloppy joe sauce and just some chopped up onions, a little bit of salt, a little bit of paprika. And I cooked it all together and it turned out like this. Not too bad. I was fucking hungry and I'm like, well, what do I got to eat? Fucking just threw something together on the spot. And now any mac and cheese type pasta requires milk and butter to make it cheesy. But I didn't have milk and butter, so I ended up using ranch instead. But the only ranch I had left was blue cheese. I'm like, well, I gotta, fuck it. I put it in there, and it's not half bad. I mean, when I was younger, I couldn't stand the taste of blue cheese. But I've been trying it every now and then, and I can take it in like small, like it's not, I guess my taste buds are changing a little bit, but not too much. Anyway. And, yeah. I'm pretty good at just throwing something together and making food out of it, so, yeah. My first instinct when I saw that account was, it's gotta be fake. Scotty told me that Bailey doesn't do social media, and the picture of her doesn't even look anything like Bailey. Now, some people would sit there and say they still don't think she's real at all, period. But this definitely takes it to a whole new low. And another person commented and said, well, what if she is the real Bailey? You don't want to screw your chances up with her. And the person commenting below that said, ignore these two particles of shit who are trolling you, Josh, and use your head. The one right here is telling me my first instinct was right. No, I mean, literally, the picture this person used pretending to be Bailey looks nothing like her. And her response, his or her troll account response was, well, I like to change my looks sometimes. No, I mean facial structure, looks nothing like her. And I'm like, well, that seems kind of shitty. People are going to make fun of me for being single, but that's just our society, isn't it? They make you feel like shit if you don't have a girlfriend. Which sort of piles up on the loneliness of it, Especially when it's being this time of the fucking year. If I could shoot the motherfucker who invented Valentine's Day, I would. But they're long dead now, so I can't. All sarcasm aside, and I also used like a light tomato sauce to go with it. I had a bunch of ingredients, threw it together and made something with it. That's how I learned how to cook. And, yeah, this isn't that bad, actually. I'm not trying to toot my own fucking horn here, but I had went to a party last night, and then I came home, and I didn't meet any girls at the party. It was just more of a gathering of close friends, you know what I'm saying? And got back to my apartment after the party because I ended up calling a cab from the party location in question. And I got back to my apartment, and I slept till 4 o'clock. Now, in my defense, I went to this party, and there were a couple of selective things to choose from. Nothing too major, you know, but it was a fun party. I had fun. I remember this one cartoon I saw on YouTube where Mario eats a mushroom and he just starts tripping balls. It's funny shit. Now, this is what Scotty told me when I first heard about Bailey. He said he used to go to high school with her, you know. She has Asperger's and she plays guitar. And I'm like, well, now you've got my interest peaked. That sounds like a good shot right off the bat. But then a couple things happen. In the past, guys have kind of treated her not the best. So there's that. And she was thinking about going asexual before my homeboy Sky is like, showed her a picture of me. And she said, oh, he's cute, I'll give him a chance, you know what I'm saying? And every time, you know, then Scotty came over, showed me a picture of her, and yeah, she's damn cute too. There's no denying that. But because people have not technically, you know, seen her yet, because I haven't met her yet, you know what I'm saying? The fact that the person's first comment was, you should have invited me over to drink. Okay, that's really fucked up. Because, as it turns out, the real Bailey has been trying to host a party and trying to hang out with me and or trying to come over and stuff. But certain things just keep happening. And which I imagine, unfortunately, when you're trying to meet somebody and then something just comes up and happens out of the blue, coincidental, inconvenient bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You know, it makes that person less inclined to want to meet you because subconsciously they might be thinking, every time I meet this person, something happens, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want her to think that, not in the slightest. But my homeboy Scotty said, and I quote, that even if the Bailey thing doesn't work out, he's got plenty of other girls that are interested in wanting to meet me, which they must be desperate, but you know. I've heard people who live in Wyoming say it. Slim pickings. Yeah. If you want to look at it like that, I guess. You know. And most of the women in the general area aren't going to be a fan of the goth rock star guitar player. Most women in the area are going to be a fan of the cowboy and shit like that. But it's whatever. And it depends on who you talk to, really, YouTube. This is my Black Rain Ozzy Osbourne concert tour t-shirt. I got it at the concert. And then I got some camo pants on underneath it. Some camo cargo pants, yeah. I think these are pinto beans, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason why you can substitute ranch of any kind for butter and milk if you're making mac and cheese or anything that has a cheesy powder to make it cheesy and stuff is because ranch does have some milk in it. And the reason why some people use just a little bit of butter, not a shit ton, but a little bit, is because when it dries up, it congeals, and it makes that cheese powder do its thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is pretty much beans and pasta, so it doesn't taste that bad actually, and there's a lot of protein in beans, which is good for the muscles, yeah. And then you take a little bit of onion and chop it up and sprinkle it in there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I won't say my cooking skills are the best, but if I can throw something together and I got the ingredients to throw something together, I'll fucking throw it together, you know what I'm saying? And right off the bat, YouTube, my first instinct on that person was, no. And people are saying, that, ask her the name of her dog and stuff like that. And if she gets the name wrong, then I know it's not the real one. But why? You know what I'm saying? It's just finding something like that out, that it's just another person fucking with me. I don't know what exactly. People might say things like, well, your sense of humor, the jokes you make on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Two wrongs don't make a right. Someone says something that's offensive to you, doesn't give you the right to pick on them. If you're offended by my content, then don't fucking watch it. You know what I'm saying? But when it's so plainly obvious, and even some of my viewers are saying the same exact thing. They're like, Josh, don't be an idiot, trust your gut and saying, you know what I'm saying? The fact that people create these accounts to fuck with me. YouTube should be used for accounts for creating content, uploading something, But creating an account to fuck with somebody, it's just like, why, God damn it. So when I seen the comments of the person pretending to be Bailey, I had to step away for a second, make myself something to eat, and I'm like, alright, let's think this through for a second. Some of this doesn't sound right. My gut instinct is telling me. If people didn't care, they wouldn't try so hard to fuck with me. That's all I'm saying, That's fucking filling. Right on. Can save some for laters. I'll be right back, YouTube. Of course, put a little bit of sugar after that. Oh yes, candy corn. Yum. Got a small bag of it. Now, I like candy corn, but there's no excuse to go through a whole fucking bag, you know what I'm saying? Let's take a handful every now and then, because candy is really bad for you. Now, says the guy who smokes cigarettes, but I don't know. Some people dislike them. I think it's an acquired taste, really. The first thing Scotty told me was that Bailey doesn't do social media, which means she's not into the Facebook and the YouTube and all that. So when I seen this account of the person trying to pretend to be Bailey, my first reaction was, wait a second. Looks nothing like her. I can remember when I used to have an OkCupid account, and I had somebody create a fake OkCupid account and then turn around and then create a fake YouTube account, and it's just all these, they go through so much, you know what I'm saying, so much, try so goddamn hard, and it's just like, wow. So how exactly, YouTube, how exactly do you find the strength to make a video, to produce content, knowing full well that people are going to try really hard to fuck with you. Now the combination of, because we really don't know too much about her because I haven't met her yet, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by we is me and the YouTube audience that watches me. Okay? The combination of that and, you know, some people not thinking she's real, and then there's a lot of things in this situation, in this particular situation, that play into factor, that make it very easy for a person to create a fake account and then pretend to be Bailey on YouTube. And it's just like, you know, that's just the thing of it, man, is that society makes you feel like absolute shit if you don't have a girlfriend. You're meant to feel like less of a person. And it's horse crap. And it's also the combination of that and women who choose to try to date assholes because they think they can fix them. And the consequence of that is when they can't fix them, they take to social media to bitch and complain and say that all men are the same and blah, 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 blah. And also, consequently, if enough women do it, it makes the world around them think that women only date assholes. And therefore, people get that impression that, you know what I'm saying? And I think what the biggest issue of it is really is that they don't, some women don't intentionally try to find assholes, you know what I'm saying? And it just happens, and yeah. But here's the thing, if you're tired of dating assholes, then pick better people. It's just that easy, you know. Now, on the flip side of this, some of us guys are no better with this issue. It's on the opposite spectrum. A lot of guys will chase crazy, psychotic, gold-digging women, and when they chase the crazy, psychotic gold diggers, it's like, well, you've got nothing or no one to blame but yourself for that one. Because you're sitting at the bar or whatever, like, she took me for all I had. She took me for all I had, man. Sitting there getting all drunk and shit. And like, you got no one to blame but yourself. You finally get back up on your feet and start doing well again. And then the same thing happens. And it's like, see, history repeats itself sometimes. There's like a good 2-3 good servings in that bowl there because I poured the entire pan in there. That's better. Like, I'm no Chef Gordon Ramsay. I'm not, but my cooking skills are all right. Excuse me. Let's see. 4 cigarettes left in this pack. Oh, and then there were 3. Oh shit! I dropped my lighter. God damn it. I really don't like dropping my lighter. It's just, it happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. I made the cigarette disappear and then it reappeared when I pulled it out of my ear. You see that shit? Now, one way or another, I'm going to find out. And is it going to stink when you find out that that person's not the real Bailey? Yeah, it is, but it's kind of obvious. Even for someone like me, it's kind of obvious. And how do you continue making videos when you know that people are going to fuck with you? It's a simple answer to that is you know that there's somebody who's going to watch and there's somebody who's not going to fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You gotta keep on keeping, you know what I'm saying? That's the simplest answer to that. You cannot let these people get to you, you know what I'm saying? the best thing you can do, if you're in a situation like mine, is don't let it bother you, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. And not only that, but, you know, even if the Bailey situation doesn't work out, you know, it's like I said, I'm a homeless county, so he's got some women that are interested in meeting me and shit, so, you know, we shall see what the future holds, yes.